Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Is Mike's Talks and Thoughts here. Today, we are here with the live stream for the ranking of the Better Call Saul episodes so far this season here. But before we get into the meat and potatoes here of the live stream, I want to give a few shout outs here before we get started here of more important stuff here. Of course, on Nick's channel here. So, if you guys know, I've been collaborating with MVG Nick here, and he's doing a really great thing over there on his channel. He has started with the shootings that have been going around, and all this devastation that's been happening in the world recently. Nick has made this great cause, and you're able to donate over there, for anyone who is in need. It's a really great opportunity for you to get extra benefits on his channel while also benefiting, the world. It's a kind of a change the world movement, as we're kind of quoting it here as. So I have that linked in the description. If you have any extra money and you want to support that cause, I definitely recommend that. Also here, I've also posted this on the community page, but with my new logo here, I was able to get that logo done by my buddy Devin here. My buddy Devin, you can check him out on Instagram at Art by Beanbag. He does a lot of great artwork over there. Definitely go show your support if you definitely like my new logo here on the channel here. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into these rankings for you guys here. So, Better Call Saul, we've been waiting. We have to wait until July here for the new episodes to come on. But I wanted to give you guys a ranking of the first 7 episodes here that I saw, and also hear your guys' thoughts. So definitely leave those in the comment section below. So coming in here in last place, I have episode number 5, Black and Blue here. This was a definitely a solid episode from the show, but it seemed to be more as a bridge filling between episode 4 and episode 6 here. There's a lot that's going on here. This is where we get the build with Lalo. We find out Lalo is in Germany in this episode, which is really great to see because we've been wondering where Lalo was all season. And this is kind of taking place after the whole Clifford Main situation from the previous episode, and he kind of confronts Howard about all the stuff that's going on, with the drug dealings and the hookers from the previous episodes here. And we get to see Howard kind of trying to figure out what's going on and putting the pieces together of how he's being played by Jimmy and Kim here. I think they do a really good job of, the boxing scene is legendary from this season so far. So, um, but for me, this is definitely the weakest of the episodes here. I just feel like this is a lot of filler and kind of foundation building. While that's really good, not too much really big happens in this episode, other than, of course, Howard putting the pieces together here. Coming in next here at number 6, we have episode number 6, Axe and Grind here. This was another great episode for Lalo here, as we get to see, Lalo. He's going after all of Werner's men here from the laundromat here for the lab, and he really makes his impact here on Casper. Uh, chopping off his foot was insane. That was an insane moment here from the season. I think everyone just totally freaked out when they saw that, and they were just totally just in utter shock of, Lalo just doing Lalo things. We also get to see the Kim flashback here in this episode, which is great to see. And this is also the episode where we get to see Caldera and Jimmy and Kim. We get to see, Caldera's contact book, which Jimmy, eventually takes over for himself, which is great to see. And we also get a little bit of glimpse in here to Saul's Breaking Bad office here. So, that was something we've been waiting for in Better Call Saul here to see. Uh, Saul finally moving into his new office here. I think that's, a big moment in the series. And we know the Sandpiper case is also very much at the forefront here, with the crew all getting ready to plan this scheme against Howard, which of course really comes to fruition in the seventh episode here. But the sixth episode here is going to be Axe and Grind. Moving next here to the fifth episode for the season, or ranked fifth here, is going to be episode number 4, Hit and Run. This is, of course, the episode with Wendy cameoing back, a Breaking Bad character that, uh, we love to see those Breaking Bad characters come back. And, Jimmy and Kim with the con against Howard here staged this in front of Clifford as Howard being involved in the hooker business again, which Roy Flames frames Howard in a bad light here. That is like the main portion of this episode. We get to see, we see Kim. She's sees people following her and basically is paranoid. And then she has the great conversation with Mike here. This is like the standout scene from this episode. Kim and Mike, two major characters in the show, finally meeting for the first time, and I think their conversation was amazing. And it really, really hits hard knowing what happens later in the season here, because of course Mike is talking to Kim about Lalo. She tells him that Lalo is still alive and that he might come and visit them. So that's the reason why he has guys tracking them. Next here, we're going to be moving into number 4 here on the rankings, and it's going to be episode number 2, Carrot and Stick. This was a great episode here, part of the opener here, the season 6 premiere here for Better Call Saul, and they do a really great job. The first 2 episodes really feel like a continuation of season 5, which I thought was really cool to see because they left season 5, so open, so with so much room to explore here. I thought that Karen Stick here was a great follow up. We get to see the whole Jimmy and Kim Con, the Kettlemans, which was amazing to see because we just don't like the Kettlemans here. The Kettlemans, they just needed this coming to them, and that con with Jimmy and Kim at the end of the episode was amazing here. And we get to see kind of the whole Nacho fallout from the first episode and from season 5 here. So that is always great to see here. uh this storyline was something that was looked forward to all season, and I think don't think that they disappointed here in Carrot and Stick here. And it was a really great analogy, man, because Jimmy and Kim in this episode used that analogy, carrot and stick, but that was something that Mike and Nacho kind of had as an analogy earlier in the seasons. So I think it's cool how they kind of tied the two stories together with that phrase. So yeah, number 4 here, Carrot and Stick. Moving in here to number 3, we have Wine and Roses here. This was the season 6 opener, and I think they did just such a great job with the cinematography here. It was just really beautiful, and the music here from this episode was really great. Opens up again with all of the fallout from season 5 with Nacho, trying to find place to stay, getting away from Lalo as far as he can, kind of trying to get back to the States. But Gus kind of has this kind of plan for him to go to this motel, and we know they gear up Nacho with supplies, and that was uh, just really interesting to see how we've been waiting all after season 5 to see what would happen with Nacho, and that's what we get to see. The twins come and investigate. Their suspicions along with Juan Bolsa. Really great to see. Um, and of course, we have the whole Saul situation in core with the whole Jorge de Guzman thing still falling out from season 5. So I just think that they did a really good job of opening the season, and I think everyone would agree that the Saul Goodman flash forward was an amazing scene to put as the first scene of the entire episode here, for the entire season. They really started off with a bang here, so I really like that a lot. Now here we're going to get into the two biggest episodes here for the season here. First here, we're going to go with the infamous Rock and Hard Place. Now, this is one that if you had told me, a few weeks ago that something would actually be above this episode, I'd be really shocked because I think that this is a top 5 episode in the entire show. Rock and Hard Place. This is really the fall of Nacho's story here. We get to see, Nacho, making the deal with his father and Gus to protect his father and giving himself up so that this little cat and mouse game between Gus, Nacho, and the cartel can end. So, Nacho, sacrifices himself, and I think that like his death scene was just so well done. They did such a great job with Nacho here, and the cartel and Gus, and Nacho goes out on his own terms. He's able to guarantee safety for his father, and just such a big episode for the cartel side of the story, which I think most people would agree that they like that side of the story more here than the lawyer side with Jimmy and Kim. So if you really like the cartel side of the story, this is like the perfect episode for you. Like pretty much the entire episode focuses around it and focuses around like Nacho's redemption arc here for his father, and with Gus working with Gus to hurt the cartel here. So he takes the fall here as being working with another crew here. So I just think that this was a phenomenal episode, and most people would agree it was one of the best in the entire series. But here, number one, and it's actually kind of crazy to say that this is like no competition. I think Plan and Execution here is the number one episode from the first half of season 6 of Better Call Saul here. This episode was just fantastic here. Um, wow. Pretty much all of the stories come together here, and they really leave it off here with the craziest cliffhanger. So of course we get to see Lalo and his journey back to the United States and spying on Gus, and he's kind of maneuvering his plan here to get into the laundry and kind of catch Gus off guard here. And we get to see the whole Jimmy and Kim side of the story come to fruition here. We get to see how um, the whole plan against Howard since the start of season 6 here is finally coming to a head, and it works out for them, and they're able to be successful in conning Howard and making Sandpiper settle here, and that was their ultimate goal here. So that was just amazing to see, the conclusion of everything here. But as you infamously know, Howard and Lalo, what a insane confrontation that they have. Howard comes over to Jimmy and Kim's because of the whole con, and he just kind of has to alleviate his frustrations, and he gives a really intense monologue for Howard here. And then we get to see Lalo come in, with the little flicker from the candle here was amazing. And Lalo, seeing Howard and, Jimmy and Kim just freaking out here, and then pulling the trigger on Howard. Uh, it's crazy how like the cartel and the lawyer side of the story just all connect right there. And they do such a great job here. The cinematography in this episode was amazing. There was like rarely any flaws in this episode here. So I would definitely give this episode a 10 out of 10. It's easily the best episode. And I don't even know if there's going to be an episode for the rest of the season to beat it. But of course, with Vince here, there has got to be something here that is going to top Plan Execution. But that is it for the rankings here for the Better Call Saul season 6 part 1 so far here. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like again, you guys can always archive this and watch it back later if you missed anything on the live stream here. But again, shout out to MVG Nick. Like I said, I'm gonna link his video down in the description below. if you guys want to go out and support a great cause, definitely go and do that. And this is going to be the last live stream here for a while here. I know I said that last week, but I decided to come back here and do a little bit of a quick ranking for you guys. So then you guys had one more extra week, sort of Better Call Saul content, but we will be back on July 11th here with part two for season six. So I hope you guys enjoy. And like I said, check out Nick's video, check out Devin's Instagram page with his artwork. He, does a great job designing these logos here for the channel. And does a lot of great other work. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and peace out.